Hello, welcome to the last day of the festival. It is Sunday. None of us can quite believe it's the last day of the festival. Where does the time go? There is just too much to do here. Even though it's spread out over 5 days now instead of 3, there's just still too much. It's like you're just getting into the ease of it and then it's time to go home, which is really sad. So highlight of today coming up is going to see Kate Rusby. I've loved her since discovering her singing the theme tune to Jam and Jerusalem. I don't know if you watched that, but I loved that show. I'm so gutted they cancelled it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy watching our last day of Glastonbury Festival. Today's outfit of the day is a headdress I bought from Glastonbury Fairy Fair. I think the company is called Wildwood Hollow. The necklace is from As Strange As I Am. Jude bought that from Etsy for me. A sort of fairy wing necklace, which is really cool. And the top is Rosa Bloom. And I made the skirt last week. It's quite a nice frilly one. Yeah, don't forget I've got my shop Threads of a Fairy Tale if you want to have a look for some festival fashion. That one's really hard.
The facts that I'm telling you people. Facts. That's what the young rappers say now. All the young rappers I know, they have it in all of their rap facts. They'll say their little bullshit and go facts.
finding room in your hearts for a freak from New Zealand. You know, I appreciate it.
from the last day at Glastonbury Festival. It's so sad, that last walk home, that last walk through the market stalls, or the last trip through wherever. It's just really sad. By the way, that noise, if you can hear it, is our windows vibrating to the beat. Oh, it stops. It always stops, doesn't it, when you point it out. Right, try and wake up, Helen. Try and be a bit snappy, or people will turn away and go away. Right. So, yeah, today, highlights. Lorde was brilliant. I loved watching Lorde. And that was really my last act I saw. She was on the pyramid stage, second to last. And then I wandered through the market, main market, one bit, and then up to the acoustic stage for Suzanne Vega, who was good. I liked her little stories between songs, but I just didn't know the songs, so I didn't stay. I saw half her set, so, and then I left. And then I wandered past Kendrick Lamar to see whether, because sometimes the headliner surprises me, but quite often I don't like the Sunday night headliner, and yeah, same here, it wasn't my kind of thing, so I just had to come home. I was going to sit in the Circus tent all evening, and that closed early, so you get Sunday evenings, there's just kind of nothing to do. The highlight of the day was seeing Kate Rusby. She's basically the main one I wanted to see the whole festival. The only problem is, and this makes me really quite angry actually, is Avalon bookings messed up again. I told you about the scrum for Sugar Babes, and the fact that the one act of rebellion I see all weekend is people breaking down the fence to see Sugar Babes, which I kind of find a bit funny. This time, no security whatsoever, no traffic control whatsoever, and I was just so annoyed because I'm trying to watch Kate Rusby and McFly was next. After people not being allowed into the field for Sugar Babes, everyone just turned up during Kate Rusby, ready to bagsy their spot in the tent for McFly, and so people were just chatting. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I feel so sorry for Kate Rusby, because especially on the perimeter of the tent, people were just chat really loud. You could hear it. You could hear people talking. Even I was quite near the front, luckily. I got my spot quite early there, so I could see her, and luckily I was in enough to hear the music loud enough. But oh, yeah, it was a real shame. It did spoil it a bit, but then we got caught in the crush for McFly, which was a pity, and people got a bit bolshy at McFly. Jude was trying to reach me. She got elbowed in the face. People just weren't letting her through. I don't know. The person behind me was she just wanted, I don't know, she was just pushing me the whole time and I was deliberately not moving forward, because Rain gets panicky if she gets too claustrophobic and too squashed. Oh, anyway. Don't moan, but please, Avalon. And they don't seem to learn their lesson. They've done it since way back when Bruce Forsyth was there, and a little controversial now, but Rolf Harris was hugely popular back in the day. They put him on Avalon, and no one could get in the field that year. The whole field was completely rammed that year. I don't know what they think up there, I really don't. Yeah, really stupid, and I'm really cross because it did spoil, particularly towards the end of Kate Rusby. The crowd were just piling in and they weren't interested, and it was just a shame. Anyway, you would have seen all who I see. I think I remembered to film everything. Did I? I don't. So, an overall review of the festival. The best thing about this festival was just how happy everybody was. It was just a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere. It was one of the best, I would say, if not the best I can remember, where the atmosphere was just incredible. It was, I guess, post-COVID, everyone had waited 3 years to be here. Just everyone was so happy, and it was just amazing. It was just amazing, yeah, just walking around. And I just find the festival so inspiring every time, for so many different reasons. Like walking around the green fields, like you see these setups, I think, wow, that's really inspiring for my garden. I want to do this in my garden now. Like lots of decorative features in my garden. And then you walk around the craft field and you think, that looks good, I'd like to try that. Or just inspired you to get creative and try different things. And then just listening to the singer-songwriters, you think, listening to the words and the way they put them together to make them rhyme and still sound good, I find that inspiring on a writer's level, and it makes me want to write poetry. I find that inspiring. Walking around some of the clothing stalls, although I don't know, less inspired by that this year, I have to say. In fact, for the last few years, I think independent makers have been priced out of the festival, sadly. You get a couple, but not very many. There were vintage stalls everywhere, and I'm sized out of vintage by a lot. So you're just walking past stall after stall after stall and you just think there's no point in looking at that. So that's a shame, but you do find some gems. Yeah, those fill me up with inspiration for sewing, and I'm all raring to go to make my Glastonbury Festival wardrobe for next year now. And just also when you see some of the bands on stage, particularly in the smaller places, usually like Avalon, yeah, the Longest Johns, and it's like they're all you can tell they're all friends, and I don't know, I guess I find that inspiring as well, just the fact that a group of friends have got together and they've created the band and they've made it to Glastonbury. I just find that inspiring. So yeah, I just love it. And in the circus fields, like you watch these amazing, I was so pleased, because the circus, I think I said yesterday, is quite hit and miss. I left after Doc Brown and the Cabaret tent, and I knew I would be lucky if I caught Eloise Curry. I saw her last time and she was amazing. I knew her act was due on earlier, but they do sometimes run late. Luckily the circus tent was running half an hour late, so I caught an act. I would have put it up on the screen if I could find them. They were really good doing aerial stuff. I'm gutted I missed some of them, but then I did catch Eloise Curry, and just like, yeah, in the circus, and you see them and they're so graceful and strong, and it inspires me to get strong again and stretch, you know, like, so I find that all inspiring. It's listen to that window. And also the people I find inspiring. You just forget sometimes how nice people are. People, apart from the girl who tried to nab my camera when I left it on the grass, apart from her, now Merlin's getting disturbed by the music. Everyone else is just so friendly and looking out for each other, and I think some of that has kind of got lost particularly when you've had a gap. Oh! Hello, Merlin! Oh gosh! Oh gosh! I'll wrap this up quickly. Yeah, I think sometimes when you've got there was a big young crowd this year, particularly you get more and more coming in the dance areas. I was sort of trying to say in a very roundabout way, you do need the regulars, you do need the old people, the people that have been there year after year after year, because you need that sense, that reminder from those people. That Glastonbury is a place where everyone is trying to be kind and trying to look out for people, trying to look after people, and so I find that inspiring. You know, you kind of want to bring that more into your everyday life, just remembering just to, even I get a bit hard sometimes, and sometimes just thinking out for myself, and so Glastonbury is a reminder to, just think of others, make sure the people behind can still see, that sort of thing. Simple little things that sometimes I just charge through life without necessarily taking notice of what people around me might be needing. I don't know, does that make sense? Sometimes little things like, yeah, like just that friendliness at Glastonbury I find inspiring. Anyway, the weather was perfect, can't fault the weather really. A little too drizzly on the Friday, a little too hot on the Wednesday. Perfect today. Nice cool breeze, but sunshine and a little bit of cloud cover every now and then. Spot on. So it was a great year for the weather. really can't complain, you know. Anything that doesn't involve 10 inches of mud, can't complain. The only downside of this year's festival, we missed our friends that couldn't get tickets that we normally see at Glastonbury pretty much every year. They couldn't get them this year, they just couldn't get the tickets, so we did miss. We missed them. We missed those times where we sat down and chatted at the back of the pyramid stage between acts, you know. That was a shame. And if you were at this year's festival, let me know how it was for you. Let me know about your experiences. Do let's have a chat in the comments below. That'd be really cool and hopefully helpful for other people as well. Right, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you've enjoyed watching all of these videos. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out, helps show YouTube that people are interested, and will hopefully help me grow my channel. And do check out my other videos, you might like them. If you want more Glastonbury content, I've got several years I've filmed in the past. Just type in Glastonbury in the search, or I'll put up a playlist at the end that will take you to all my Glastonbury related videos. You might like some of my others. Do go and check out my channel, see if there are any other things you like to watch. I've got camper van trips, camper van conversions, arty crafty things. Hopefully there's something there that you'd like as well. And if so, please hit subscribe. I'd love to see you again. Please hit subscribe anyway, ready for next year, so you don't forget about me. And I will see you again soon, I hope. Take care. Mwah. Bye.